popularly known as Maji Maji. I am the other half of the Kenyan great band called Gidi Gidi Majimaji. I've been in the music industry for quite some time now, could approximate 25 years and slightly above, actively on the scene and behind the scene. If I'm not on stage, we're helping other artists create more music out. Yes, I've produced quite a number of songs, but what Kenyans can relate to very quickly is Unbogable. That was in 2002. That played a huge role in the political scene in bringing minds and hearts and spirits together in creating a new Kenya that we are here now today witnessing.
Welcome to the History Makers, a show which brings you top acts, top musicians, top actors and everyone in the industry. The show which gives you the best and what you've not heard, what you're going to hear today on this show. And in this episode, we are hanging out with one and only Majimaji. Julius Owino, you remember him. He's a guy who brought us in 2002, the Unbogable, Ting Badi Ma, Low, Many Faces. Karibu sana, Majimaji. How have you been, bro?
Been fine.
Many years.
Too many.
Too many years.
Still here.
From Dandora to the world.
From Dandora to the world. Juu ya nini?
Eh?
Juu ya gorofa pale.
Boja.
Hey, phase 4.
Phase 4.
Atari.
So tell me.
Yes.
We have a new project.
Yes.
Baba is now officially a musician.
Yes, like I said earlier in the introduction, if
Yeah.
I'm not on stage, I'm behind the scene,
Yes.
producing music or pushing young artists through media or any other way to come out.
So
The latest project
Yes.
is none other than the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, who is now an artist and one of us. Raila
what is
now
Baba
an
doing on track?
Baba is singing. Baba is now a very serious singer
Uh,
and a very serious musician and artist.
how did you conceive this project? How did Raila get back to the studio and decide that for the first time, I want to be a musician, I want to do my own song, and I want to be featured on this track?
Yes, after the launch at the Azimio launch at Kasarani,
Yeah.
a song played that really touched his heart. Lero ni Lero.
Yeah.
So when he was coming at the stadium,
Yeah.
when he was going around taking the lap of honor, that was the song playing, and it caught the spirit of Kasarani at that time, and I believe the entire nation. And it also caught his spirit, and it became a very close song to us who were working at the campaign. So now the issue was, how do we take it forward? And there's been pressure. Maji simfanya Unbogable ingine. Then I jokingly said, Baba can also sing. And he'll sing his own song. For the first time, the presidential candidate will sing for himself. And here we are today, Lero ni Lero remix, featuring Raila Odinga, aka Baba. As an artist.
As an artist?
In fact, we expect him to start performing in clubs and events. For bookings, you can reach the secretariat.
How did you conceive this project? How did Raila get back to the studio and decide that for the first time, I want to be a musician, I want to do my own song, and I want to be featured on this track?
Lero ni Lero, I'm made to understand, is Luya for Leo di Leo. Today is today.
Yes.
And how it caught the spirit was that is the day people are expecting Baba to
Make a big announcement.
make a big announcement about his bid for the presidency in 2022, of which he did. So from there on, Leo ni Leo became today is today. So every day we work hard moving towards the goal. Now, to get him to the studio was not a big deal. Like I said, if you manage to get close to Baba, there are so many things people should learn about him. Very committed, a serious timekeeper, humble, down to earth, always ready to try anything new, always ready to fit in any creative idea easily, and you don't even have to work hard to sell it. So when he was approached, of course, with a lot of help from Winnie Odinga, and he came on board and took his time, few minutes, and he did his thing.
So when is this song debuting officially?
The song is debuting on Friday, the 10th, officially. hopefully he'll be back in the country. So we're expecting to make that big announcement as an artist. And we're expecting to be called for interviews the way artists are called for an interview, not to talk politics, but to talk youth agenda, creative industry agenda, the innovation agenda, and him as an artist and how he feels on his journey to become the 5th president.
The president, Uhuru Kenyatta, was discussing about Skiza tunes with the Mount Kenya artist, and the project landed on Right Honorable Raila Odinga's docket, and he has been very instrumental in changing and making sure that the artists are compensated better than the way they used to be compensated. How is this project coming up, and how does it influence music? Is it a political thing, or is it for welfare of the artists?
Baba has an agenda for youth. Baba has always had an agenda for the youth. Baba is very youthful. Baba is very young at heart. Baba is playful. He's everything you can call young. So I think 77th birthday is a good day, but it's just a number. The Baba we know is very youthful and very aggressive about the youth agenda, thinking about even the next generation and children. So about the Skiza tunes, I would say that was a big transformational move. And I would like to echo the parliament who helped pass it, because it has to pass through the parliament as well, which again was spearheaded by Wanga on her bill. And that is a transformative agenda that will put more revenue to the artist. Now the deal now makes the artist the prime owner of the subject and the prime owner of the subject. Earlier before, the artist, the creative, was not the prime owner of the. Most of the money went to the platforms that avail the musical products to the consumers. But now it's the other way around, whereby the composer, the producer, the owner of the arts of works is now the prime focus and revenue earner. So that was a very transformational move that unlocked and should unlock the industry further, so that now the rightful people get the money they deserve. So it's up to you to get the right song, the right hit song out, and you'll make money. So we don't have to depend like earlier during our time on only stage performances. You can now earn from different platforms. And I would like to personally, as an artist who has gone through that, sadly so, to congratulate Baba as well for having spearheaded that and ensured it happened. And how beautiful was it to launch it at Moranga, because that is also the heart of very good African songs, the heart of Mount Kenya in terms of song, but also they produce very good works of art in terms of Benga. Yeah.
You said Baba will perform and that the video is out. Where did you shoot the video for this music? Oh,
the video was amazing. First shot by Nezo. Nezo is a very young producer and director. The video was shot around Karen area, at a homely area. The setup was family, because the video is meant for family viewing. And being Baba's first ever music video, I think he had a lot of fun, and we were also very shocked at how he picks very fast. What he's supposed to do, gets into the scene, knows what he's supposed to do, cooperates, collaborates with the director. Actually, the director could tell him, now I want you to do this, and he does it. How do you want it? So it was a very good experience, and the video is also out today. Hope guys can get the link later on. And you watch Baba, your new, the big thing in the music industry now is Raila Odinga.
Is Baba trying to copy what Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Ugandan president, did? Do you want another rap? Remember Museveni in his 2008 elections, he did a song, Do You Want a Rap?
You can't compare with Baba's song. That's useless. That's child's play. Ya Baba ni
you want another rap?
Baba, hiyo ni child play, hiyo ni guesswork. Ya Baba ni moto. Moto. Ya Museveni ni shadow. Imbo.
Imbo?
Shadow.
So Maji, beyond music, you've been in the media industry and you have transformed that ghetto radio. what would you say has been your biggest achievement in media or in music?
My biggest achievement in radio is to mainstream an unconventional media platform. So that is what I can say for now. The biggest achievement is mainstreaming an unconventional platform, a platform that embraced what was probably assumed not to be a mainstream agenda. That is the use of sharing, communicating to what I would say, the earlier marginalized people through media that maybe opened radios to just listen to the music and back, but now they had presenters they could relate with, they had presenters who understood their life, presenters who used the language closer to their hearts, and we gave space for Kenyan underground musicians to come out, and we gave them a platform to push their music. We can attest that to people like Octo, Calligraph. We know what they've gone through to get where they are. Giuliani, and a lot more of the ghetto. The musicians who can be affiliated with the ghettos. So that I would say is the biggest achievement in media. And just mainstreaming a new agenda in the media industry. Yeah.
Musically?
Musically, we've also pushed a lot of cuts. Musically, me and Gidi Gidi shared the same view that if history is written right, and Bogebo will be written as a song that participated actively in opening the democratic space, and if written by the right people, will be acknowledged as part of the second liberation of this country. And now through this I get a chance to play on the third and final liberation of this country through music as well.
You've heard it, that's Baba on track. We are going for a commercial break, and when you come back, we dig deeper into the new track and the producer who released this song, Mr. FP. Thank you, Maji Maji. We'll sit down once again and have the best of our interviews.
Thank you.
Na tukule pale Boja.
Kabisa? Kabisa.
Dandora to the world.
Anywhere.
My names are Festus Papai, also known as FP. Na this work of production ilianza around 2008 up to now, and I've been producing both secular and gospel in both genres, and I thank God for the far He has brought me. I decided to choose Kawangware to set up a studio kwa sababu most of the people ambao nilikuwa najua who are the musicians, they were staying here in Kawangware, so we decided kuweka studio hapa Kawangware because we didn't have clients by then or customers. Tukaamua tuweke studio hapa because of the people we knew they were musicians, tuanze na wao, and that's why we decided kuanza hapa Kawangware, and tukaamua wacha tu settle hapa. The biggest artist, kuna artist alikuwa anaitwa Mwakenya, kuna so because hapa Kawangware most of the artists ni Waluya, so in Luya nation or in Luya region kuna wanamuziki kama Naftali Shitoka, Emmanuel Musindi, Julius Itenya, and so on, kama kina Chapailale na wengine sasa.
Papa FP,
yes,
FP
yes.
Records.
Yes.
You've worked with very many Luya artists.
Correct.
From the western region.
Correct.
You've released various tracks,
Yes.
gospel you've said, and many other. And of course you've worked with Emmanuel Musindi, one of the fastest rising Luya musicians today.
Yes, yes.
The guy who has featured Baba Raila Odinga in his latest song, Lero ni Lero. How was it working with Baba Raila Odinga, and as well as with Musindi himself?
Yeah, first of all, I can say it's a privilege working with someone like Emmanuel Musindi. I started hearing him when I was young. Wakati kuna song yake inaitwa Senalwanyi. I started hearing wakati nilikuwa mdogo. Na when he came to studio hapa FP Records, it was a privilege. Na I felt, rather we felt very nice working with him. And also hii remix yake na Baba, naweza sema it was a big deal and it was a big thing hapa FP Records, and we appreciate it.
So when Baba picked you as a producer of his song, how did you feel?
I felt very nice and very good. Mtu kama Baba kukuja kuchagua FP Records kama pahali atatoa
ngoma yake ya kwanza
za musician. And also kuwa ni mtu wakati mwingi huwa na admire because he is a go-getter. He never gives up. So huwa ana inspire that it's not over until it's over. So it was a very, very, very big thing for us at FP Records kufanya kazi na Msindi na pia Baba, and tunashukuru kwa hiyo nafasi.
Tell me, the Kenyan music industry, how do you find it? Is it growing? Is it going places? Is it stagnant?
Kenyan music, I think, pahali inaelekea, it's gonna be good. Musicians are gonna enjoy their sweat, because pahali ambapo tunaelekea mambo ya royalties, mambo ya piracy, I believe with time hii mambo itakuja kuwa sawa, and also with good leaders. Ninaona so many musicians wana inspire for seats. I think when they reach there, what I consider the music industry, and they will come up with ideas and with laws ambazo zitaregulate mambo ya piracy na mambo ya royalties, na music itakuwa sawa.
Italipa.
Yeah, italipa in future, I think so.
As a musician, tell me, what has been your greatest achievement, and what else have you done that you think that warrants you to be one of the best producers locally?
What we can say first of all is working with great artists and legends like the likes of Manuel Msindi, and also this remix of Emmanuel Msindi and Baba. It's achievement because we understand there are so many studios and there are so many places to record, but Baba together with Emmanuel Msindi coming to FP Record to record, it's to us it's a very, very big achievement. Na we cannot take it for granted, despite the fact that there are a lot of things that we have done probably in our lives and in our community, but this one, working with great legends, big artists, it's achievements. And also maintaining this work since 2008 mpaka sahi, it's achievement because so many studios zimeanza, zikafunga. So it's achievement for us to be here
Over
even
10
today.
years.
Yes.
Over 10 years.
Yeah.
You've worked with Majimaji. He came to your studio. How was it working with Majimaji?
Majimaji, I can say to me, he's a legend. First of all, every person can agree that he's a legend. When they produced their song Unbogable, I remember we were in primary school. We didn't understand the platform of political. To us that Unbogable, tulikuwa tunatumia kudisiana na vijana, yani wezi nipiga ama na bogable. So we didn't, hatukuwa tunaelewa kisiasa aswa this song, the impact of the song in political realm. But to the ground, sasa vijana wa wakati huo, we used it so many times wakati kwa tunapigana. So you cannot touch me, I'm unbogable. So Majimaji, working with Majimaji also is a privilege. I can say it's a privilege. And the first time that he came to FP Records, we were very happy, and it was something that probably we admired, meeting legends like such of Majimaji.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
We are seeing ourselves tukiwa mbali. First of all, there are a lot of things and a lot of plans. We are planning at FP Records, signing of artists, and also our name going beyond Kenya to East and Central Africa, probably to the whole world. So tunaona FP Records ikiwa one of the biggest and great studios in Kenya in a few years, because we have the strategy and the plan that we are planning hapa FP Records. So in a few years, FP Records inaenda kuenea na itakuwa a very very big studio for big artists. Okay. Yes.
So when did you decide to join this industry?
First of all, initially mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa naimba. Yeah. And I wrote my own songs. I had a group, a band. Na I was also a sound technician. So there was a time that we took our sound kwa crusade. So ilikuwa crusade ya church. At that church there was a studio. So we used to sleep at the studio. So when I saw what the producer was doing, I was inspired. Na nikauliza hii kazi ili nianze nahitajika nini? Akaniambia it's just passion, some of the things. So ni story ndefu, but I developed interest wakati tulikuwa pale kwa hiyo crusade. And I started slowly. We started by buying some stuff. Yeah, computer. In fact, tulianza kwa kupata headphone. And I was telling people mimi ninakuwa na studio na niko na headphone peke yake. And God has helped us. Mpaka saizi we have almost everything.
Are you married? How many kids? And how do they take this job you're doing?
I have a family. I have a wife and 3 kids. 3 beautiful kids, 2 boys and 1 daughter. I got married at 2013. Niliwed 2013. Na niko na familia poa sana. And I think because they are watching, ninawapenda and they love me as well. Na that is it.
The king is dead. The Teso king, Papa Emormor. Have you heard about it?
No. Yeah, our king Emormor passed on. Yes. And I'll think about that. I'll think about that, and I'll come up with the artist from our region. Yes. And we'll do a tribute song. And also we'll come up with strategy on how we'll find another king.
Thank you for watching The History Makers. In this episode, of course, we hung out in location with Maji Maji, Julius Owino, the guy who brought you Unbogebo together with Gidi Gidi. And of course, in the studio today, we had Papa FP of FP Records. And you know, History Makers brings you the best interviews, the best conversations in the industry. And this time around, we brought you Raila Odinga's latest song and how it has been produced and where it has been produced. And the artist involved, of course, Emmanuel Msindi. You are watching History Makers with yours truly, Charles Otieno, the CEO.
Tunasema Kenya mpya inawezekana. Inawezekana. Leo ni leo. Na inawezekana.